Heya, cryptozens. Tonight's stories. Magic the Gathering threatens action over NFTs. Virginia advances crypto banking bill. Russian ruling party says crypto regs will safeguard millions. The date is March 5th, 2022. Welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm your host, Nick. The cover model for this podcast is Tex, and together we take a nightly look at the crypto, NFT, and metaverse space and the industry that surrounds it. We bring you news stories on familiar topics. And keep in mind, nothing in this show should ever be considered financial advice. Now, if you're new here and you find that you like this show, subscribe and rate us. If you're on Spotify, you can rate us right from this app. So, give Tex and I 5 stars. It will help other people find their way to this podcast. So, before we get to tonight's stories, let's take a quick look at the markets. At the time of writing, crypto market cap is $1.78 trillion. That's up 2.36 since yesterday. The top 5 cryptos by market cap are Bitcoin up 1.01%, Ethereum up 1.88%, Tether, Binance Coin up 4.35%, and USDC. The global NFT market cap is just above $10 billion. The top 5 NFT collections by 24-hour volume on OpenSea are Cyberbrokers version 3 down 45%, Bored Apes up 22%, Mutant Apes up 24%, CloneX down 37%, Troverse Planets up 102%. Now, keep in mind, some of these collections have very volatile prices, so do your own research. Magic the Gathering threatens action over NFTs. So, this guy created an NFT collection out of a destroyed Black Lotus. I haven't played Magic the Gathering in a very long time. I used to. And when I was playing, even back then, the Black Lotus was all but legendary. Now, I just checked the price of a Black Lotus, and they got expensive quick. Between $14,000 and $56,000 each. That's right. Depending on the rarity and the condition, one of those cards might be worth more than a whole Bitcoin. So, when they say destroyed, I kind of wince a little bit. So he destroys this very expensive real-world card and wanted to mint an NFT from it. And that's where the lawyers for Wizards of the Coast got involved. And they are not happy. Now, this isn't the first thing that's been destroyed and, quote, turned into NFTs. Banksy's art, Diamond, Lamborghini. Nope, this time it's a Magic card. So this guy posts under the name Not So Fast. It says he's got a DMC takedown notice, Digital Millennium Copyright Act. So his idea, again not new, destroy something valuable, mint some NFTs, and it'll live on the blockchain forever. So the project was known as Lotus. And when Not So Fast destroyed his Black Lotus, he posted a video of it. And this video of the destruction got posted to the Lotus NFT website and to YouTube. And the plan was to destroy the card, mint the NFTs, and sell 10,000 of them. This was to happen on the Ethereum blockchain. And so they were offering NFTs to anybody who contributed Ethereum to the project. Except it never quite got to that point. Because that's when the lawyers for Wizards of the Coast got involved. And they were concerned, I guess is the word they used. They were concerned that this project was going to use intellectual property they didn't have access to. Now, Not So Fast explained this in tweets, that the project got a DMCA notice related to pages on the website. No, it wasn't the project, it was pages on their website. Now, it was his position that none of the images on the website contained any copyrighted material. And as of a couple of days ago, the project was deliberating on how to proceed. So this thing about destroying expensive items and minting NFTs isn't really new. Last year, a group of NFT fans burned an original Banksy and then sold an NFT version for $383,000. Tasha Labs did kind of the same thing they took a $5,000 diamond, they destroyed it, they made an NFT, that NFT sold for $20,000. And another person blew up a $250,000 Lamborghini and made 999 film fragments of the cars as NFTs. Not So Fast will tell you that this project was different. It wasn't about the money. Now, he says he wasn't trying to make money just from a destroyed card. His tweet said, quote, "We destroyed it to spark the telling of a story." Well, I'm here to tell you that that story isn't over. Not quite. Because for all of that, it looks like Wizards of the Coast, in fact, does not own the artwork used by the project. And while they don't own it as it is, the Black Lotus card is synonymous with Magic the Gathering. And because of that, of course, they're going to fight anyone making any money from the concept of a Black Lotus card. They have to do this to be seen as actively defending their intellectual property. And this isn't the first intellectual property rights case we've talked about like this. In November, Nike filed suit against StockX, and they said StockX was illegal in minting NFTs of Nike's shoes. Virginia advances crypto banking bill. The Virginia Senate unanimously passed a cryptocurrency bill. This bill has already passed Virginia's House of Delegates. It's expected Governor Glenn Youngkin, a Republican, will sign it within 7 days. It's called HB 263, House Bill 263, and it, quote, permits banks in the Commonwealth to provide virtual currency custody services so long as the bank has adequate protocols in place to effectively manage the associated risk. And there's some weasel words in there, right? Adequate protocols, who determines what's adequate? Effectively manage, who determines what's effective? Chris Head is a Republican delegate. He's also the bill sponsor and candidate for state senate. He said it was Texas regulation that gave him the idea for the bill. He said, quote, "I came up with the idea of HB 263 last summer after reading about how Texas was addressing the issue of cryptocurrency and who is permitted to hold the keys to one's cryptocurrency purse. Texas decided to tackle this topic of cryptocurrency custodian services through its regulatory process. I discovered that no state at the time, nor to date, has addressed cryptocurrency custodian services legislatively." He continued, "Cryptocurrency is something to which everyone should pay attention. This is an emerging economic asset which is growing in popularity and that has significant potential for economic development areas that embrace it." Now, the House of Delegates unanimously passed this bill 98-0 on February 2nd. The House Senate passed it 39-0 on Thursday. So both the delegates and the Senate passed it unanimously. In the unlikely event that Youngkin vetoes the legislation, it looks like that they've got the votes to overturn that veto. Russian ruling party says crypto regs will safeguard millions. United Russia is Russia's ruling party, and they say 12% of Russians use or interact with crypto. And they say that they are going to pass regulations to protect those crypto users. That's according to Anton Gorelkin. He's the deputy chairman of the state's Duma's Committee on Information Policy. He's also an MP and a member of the Working Group on Legislative Regulation of Crypto. Alexander Yabovsky added that the, quote, legislation of crypto could help Russians struggling with Western-led economic sanctions. He noted that this bill had been submitted before the invasion of Ukraine, specifically mentioned that crypto mining could become a, quote, new type of economic activity. And he said that there were two types of mining activity, really. There was home mining and then industrial crypto mining. The head of banking regulation at the Financial Policy Department of the Ministry of Finance added that legally defining terms like crypto mining and crypto exchange would help. Gorelkin was quoted as saying 12% of Russians have had some experience with crypto transactions. He added, quote, "If you look behind the percentages, that represents millions of citizens, and it is our task to protect these people from threats associated with shadow circulation of cryptocurrency, fraudulent activities, as well as their use in criminal calculations and the uncertainty of the status of the sites they use." Now that last little bit there, That's probably a reference to the sanctions and the enormous pressure on crypto exchanges to block Russian IP addresses and freeze the wallets that belong to Russian citizens. Andrei Turchak is the Secretary of United Russia General Council. He went a step further. He claimed it was, quote, important to carefully approach the regulation of cryptocurrencies as a means of payment in Russia. By the way, crypto has been previously outlawed as a form of payment. But as Secretary suggested, there may be some wiggle room, as, quote, the digital financial infrastructure is fully fledged part of the financial system. If technology solutions were developed within the law, that would provide new and modern tools for Russian people. That said, the possibility of fraud is always present. The central bank is reportedly still opposed to all forms of crypto as well as mining. But, I think the state of things, I don't know how far they're going to really get with that argument. I mean, right now, crypto is one of the very few ways Russians can trade internationally. I don't imagine that they're going to outlaw that anytime soon. Kommersant reported that the euro and dollar exchange rates on the Moscow exchange, which is still suspended for stock trading, has reached new record highs. At the start of trading, the euro was trading at 125 rubles to the euro, while the dollar was trading at over 112. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Do you have questions or comments about the show? Reach out and let us know. Send us an email at crypto.overnighter@gmail.com. That's crypto.overnighter@gmail.com. And give Crypto in 5 Minutes a lesson. We're up to 31 educational podcasts and counting. 5 minutes to explain one concept in crypto. And forever, may peace reign.